A very good evening to you. I'm just putting these beautiful necklaces out. I thought we start straight on the mat. We're going to be repeating these beautiful necklaces. I love sort of larger jewelry and longer necklaces as well, and these ones are going to be really long. They're about 75 centimeters in length. And also the kit will make a necklace, but it also makes a bracelet as well, so you can wear it even longer if you want to. I'll show you just in a second. We got so many different colors on the website, and I'm going to pop you over and show them to you as well. Now the great thing, they're not all going to fit in. Well, I'm going to do good evening, Rachel. Actually, Happy New Year, because this is the first live I am on, so Happy New Year for everybody. Right, I'm going to turn it. So we got many different colors. We're gonna be making graduated necklaces, and what I love about this one, the simplicity of something like this one, because in the when you're designing something, you can use all sorts of different beads together, or sometimes using the same bead, the same color bead, but graduating them down and graduating them up does create a really beautiful and elegant look. And sometimes I do say less is more. So here we have less sort of component, but we have more as well, because we're using different sizes. Now I'm going to pop you over the website just in a second, and then I'm going to show you where you can find it as well. We're going to get started making. So all right, for some reason it moved right down to the bottom, so let me just pull you over to the website quickly and show you that one, and then we can come back and start making. So by now you know the drill. I'm going to go back to the main page. Tigertail.co.uk is the place you need to go. You're going to hover over or click on jewelry making, and then you're going to go down to video tutorials. Now many tutorials over the last 5 years now, 5 years I think. 4 years, 5 years, a long time. many on there. So you're going to scroll all the way down. For some reason this one is right at the bottom of this page, and here we go, graduated pearl and crystal necklace, and I'm going to click on it. Now what we did for this one is Simon has given off a beautiful offer of 3 for 2, which then enables us to use more than one color at the same time, which I will do, and I will show you how to add them together, because when you're using graduated pearls, if you're using different colors together, it looks even better. It just sort of gives an even extra dimension to it. I can't talk tonight. So we got many different colors. I'm gonna come back to my mat. Do check in on the website. 342 this week. It's really a beautiful make. You're gonna be making a longer necklace, which is what's great thing about a long necklace, that in the winter with a long necklace like this, you can quite easily wear it over your turtleneck tops, your thicker jumpers, and in the summer they are quite nice because they're sort of hanging further down, so they're not up on your neck and doesn't make you hot. So I do love necklaces like this. Right, let's come back down to the mat. So we got many different colors, in fact 16 different colors altogether. This one is the powder blue, a very lovely sort of a hint of a blue with sort of a hint, there's a hint of a blue in the crystals as well, but they're more sort of grayish in color. It's a beautiful colorway. I'm not doing it in the order on the website, I'm just doing it how sort of in the order here for me. So this one, I love this color. This is called dark watermelon, and it's got the rainbow crystals with it. Again, it's a beautiful color. It's not like a red, it's not quite pink, but something in between. I do love that color. Right, next one up. I'm very quickly gonna go through these colors, and then we gonna get making. Next one is where did you go on the website? Right at the top. This one is called, this is the amethyst one, mink. This one is called mink, and it's got the amethyst crystals with it. Next one, and this gold one, I love this one. And actually now I'm going to show you, this is exactly the same. And I'm going to show you how you can wear it even longer. So you can wear the necklace on its own, or you can add the bracelet in. What you're going to be making the bracelet, I just made it with one side with the smaller pearls here, but I can link the one end of the bracelet into the necklace and the other end on the other side, and all of a sudden, instead of a 75 centimeter necklace, I got a much longer one. Now I'm going to move the camera quickly so you can hopefully be able to see it. I might have to sort of stand up for you, but it sort of hangs really nicely down if you wear it together, so you have got the option with them. Right, going back down on the mat. So next color, I'm gonna take this one off. Next color off, I'm gonna take this one off as well. This is the lime green, which I popped on because it goes with my top. Again, a beautiful sort of pastel color. Next one, this one is the dusty pink. I love it's like a vintagey look for me. That's what it reminds me. We do have the hematite color, something darker but not quite black. We do have got this beautiful purple. It's called dark mulberry, and with those rainbow crystals I do give a little bit of other colors in there as well. I absolutely love this color. This is called bronze. It's sort of got like a black diamond look to me. I really do love this one. And then we have, what I'm missing, we got a white one, dusty pink. It's a very light color, almost white. We do have a white one as well. I'm just going to put the white one next to the dusty pink, and I hope the camera shows it up. This one has got like a very, just a hint of pink. Very nice and summery color. And this one is a white one right next door to it. So just, I hope that picks up that difference. Right, and I think we got two more. We got a pink, which is sort of a stronger pink. I love this one as well. And then we have got this beautiful peachy color. The earrings are sort of got caught up with it, but this is the peachy color one as well with these beautiful crystals. Right, okay, so I'm gonna grab some out. Oh, the Montana blue as well. I got a whole heap of them. I just sort of want to put them out on the table and keep looking at them. That's the Montana blue. Right, okay, so good evening, Rachel, the DIY Dream Buddings. Good evening, Elaine. Good evening. Carrie, good evening. Asher is here, good evening. Just a happy new year for you and everybody. Carrie's good morning from California. What time is in California? So California would be, I'm not even going to try to work out, 8 hours behind us, I think, or maybe 9. I'm not sure. Right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab 3 kits. So I got the watermelon, I got the dusty pink, and I got the pink here, or actually my play with the aquas, because I do like my blues. I got these ones here as well, the aqua, dilly, and sort of Montana blue. Now because it's on 3 for 2, what we can actually do is to add 3 colors together, and I'll show you what I mean. I'm just going to pop these out. So what I would do if I had 3 kits, I would actually mix the pearls up. So in one necklace I would use the largest pearl, let's say that color, and then that's the largest one again, the one size down, this color, and the one size that's the same, then the one size down is going to be this color, and then in another one I would use the largest one as one color, the one size down another color, and the top one would be a different color again, and I would do the same for this as well. So we could have not just a graduated sizes of pearls, but we could have a sort of and actually what you can do if you do this, because you're going to making a necklace and a bracelet with each one of the sets. You could have one which you wear long and you could wear two at the same time, and one which you wear shorter. And then I just sort of pull up whichever. I think I would use this crystal with this color, this crystal with that color, and this crystal with this color. But I think they will merge quite nicely together. So very, very easy make. We are working with Tigertail, and I love Tigertail. It's a nylon coated steel wire, very, very strong. The only trouble you can do with Tigertail, I guess, is you if it gets crimped, because it can bend. But other than that, if you keep it nice and straight, or if you keep it nice and curled up, it's a really strong material to work with. And I got my findings here as well in a little bag. So if I just start to do something like this, and I'm gonna pop these ones out, so I have got 7 of the larger ones. Then the next size down, I am gonna put 2 on either side. If you want to make a particular type of bracelet, so you've got 5 on each side of those ones, and then we're going down again. I think this one is going to be 5 each as well. Got 10. So if you want to make, depending on what size pearl you want to use for an earring, I would suggest that you put those 2 pearls to the side. If you got a particular sort of size of bracelet you want to make, then put crystals to the put pearls and crystals to the side, or perhaps make the bracelet first, because we are making a longer necklace, so it doesn't really matter if it's 70 or 72 centimeters, but with the bracelet it exactly has to be like 18 or 19, 20, 17 centimeter, whichever is suits you. So I think I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 of each of these on my sample, so I'm gonna match that, and I'm gonna do the same. So I'm just gonna put 9 on either side. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm kind of planning it out before I start. And it's if I didn't know, or I wanted to just try the pattern, what I could do is start in the middle, which by case I would pick up the middle one first and add things to either side. However, if I'm in a hurry, sometimes it's much quicker to sort of do it all the way around. So I would put it down in the mat, and I would plan out how I'm going to be using my pearls and crystals. And then quite simply, if I know that this is sort of one end of my necklace and the other side is the other end of my necklace, I can start by crimping one end of my Tigertail, and by crimping that I will be securing one end of the Tigertail, so I'm sure I'm not going to have any accidents, and the beads are going to be there, because if you start in the middle you have to keep both ends open so you can be adding the beads on as you go along. Right, so to do the crimping I'm going to use these nuts. Oh yeah, you will focus on it. Cool. So I'm going to use these calottes. They look like 2 little balls stuck together with a handle on either side. So I'm going to add the Tigertail in from the outside inwards. There's a little hole right in the middle there. I'm going to bring it up so it focuses on it. Then I'm going to pick up a couple of crimp beads. I'm going to take a chain nose plier or flat nose plier. I'm gonna grab the very end. I'm just sort of grab the crimp bead. I am not haven't crimped it yet. I'm gonna pull it right to the end of my Tigertail, and I'm gonna flatten it right out. Now what I like to do when I do this, so if I crimped it from this side, I like to turn it around and crimp it from the other side as well, to making it sure it's got the same amount of pressure on both sides. I'm gonna bring up the other one, and I'm gonna crimp this as well from one side and then from the other side, so I'm sure it's got the same pressure there. I'm going to bring up the claw, and I can show you on the other side there is other ways that we can finish it off. And then first I'm just going to sort of press on with my hand to close the clot in, and then I'm going to go in with my pliers and just give a gentle squeeze on there to making sure it's all shut. So once I did this on one side, I can then very quickly start adding my beads on. So my pattern is going to be quite easy. It's going to be a crystal, pearl, all the way along, and I'm going to start with the smallest ones at the top and then work my way all the way around. So sometimes a little bit planning does help you and make things quicker. So I'm very quickly gonna string these on. Probably won't take more than a couple of minutes, or not even that. Hi Carol, nice to see you here. Good evening, Jen. Carrie's saying not 10, it's just gone 10 a.m. So yes, that is 8 hours. We are 8 hours ahead. Sometimes depending on how these pearls has been coated, it doesn't want to find its way through. So if that happens, what I usually do, I just simply turn the pearl around and stringing it from the other side, because as you can see on one side, the hole, let me just bring it up, is a little bit smaller, and on the other side the hole is bigger. So I want to string it from the smaller side so it doesn't have any obstacles on the other side. There we go. So I'm just alternating one pearl, one crystal. So I hope everybody had a beautiful Christmas and a good start of the year. I can't believe it's the 15th, it's the 15th, no, 16th today, 16th of January. This year is already running away with me. I mean, January is halfway done and we only just started. I was talking to a friend last night and I said like, oh, I want Christmas back. Can we just rewind it for a few days? Just have a few days off, but we can't. So we have to keep on going. But it would be nice. It was a nice thought. We had a good Christmas. We just had a nice week and a half off really from everything. Right, so as I'm going down on the sizes, always adding them in as they're on in the pattern on my mat. Now, of course, you could, or I could have, do a different pattern. I could have added, I'm not going to do with this one, but I could have added some of these in between the larger ones, like blending them in, making that section with the larger pearls even bigger. Actually, I could do that as well, but I'm going to keep it simple in the same color. But again, I would add one crystal in between. So there's many different ways you can do. Now I just lost, come on, just decided to pop off my table. There we go. And I many different ways you can do. You can string your pearls up. So I need 5 of these on one side and 5 on the other side. I'm just going to keep on going. So we've got 16 mil, 14 mil, 12 mil and 10 mil in this. They're kind of sort of the perfect size. And I'm going on to the large ones now to wear over sort of thicker jumpers in the winter, but they're equally really good in the summer. And just keep adding these on. So when I'm using smaller beads, usually I would sort of poke my Tigertail at the bead to pick it up. These ones, because they're larger beads, they have got some weight to them. So if I was trying to pick it up just with the Tigertail going like that, at the end, I still have to kind of sort of hold the bead up because the bead is quite heavy and the Tigertail is not stiff enough like a needle to hold its weight up. So I tend to just pick them up and very quickly add them on there. There we go. I'm just going to pull this on the other side, keeping it nice and straight, and now I'm going back to the smaller beads, and I will grab the samples out where we had the same color all the way once we finished, and put it next to these mixed colors so you can see. But since we have got a 3 to 2 offer on the kit, I thought it will look really great to sort of mix the colors as they go together so nicely. And then you will be able to make multiple. That's my 5 of those. Then I'm going down one more size, and then these are the 12 mils, and then we're gonna get to the 10 mils. Sometimes it's so lovely to do a quick project like this. Because within like sort of 10 minutes you got something to wear. I'm just letting these go down as well, and finally I'm adding the smaller sizes, but I'm just keep alternating the pearls and the crystals. So a few more to add. Now when you got longer necklaces like this, sometimes I, especially with pearl, I quite like to have a continuous necklace without clasp. If I'm making them all the same size pearls all the way around. But you could do it with something like this as well, not adding a clasp on it at all, and just have like sort of a continuous length. However, because if you do add a clasp on it and you have the same clasp on your bracelet as well, then the bracelet can extend the necklace further, so you can have even a longer one. And there we go. I need a few more crystals. When I get to the other end, I'm going to repeat adding the clot and the crimp beads, and I'm going to zoom in for that one on this side. Now I told you I'll show you another way to add calots and crimp beads. This is everybody has their own preference. My preference is the way how we did it on the other side, so I kind of sort of have the Tigertail nice and straight in there. Now another way some people do the ends of these, and I'm going to zoom in for this one for you, is to add the color on as it is, just like that. And I will tell you what sort of the advantages and disadvantage of it. I'm still going to pick up a couple of crimps because I still want to double crimp it, but instead of crimping it right on there, what I am going to do, I'm going to take my Tigertail back through the clot and maybe the first pearl and the crystal. So just the clot, just pull it away so it's easier to go through. There we go. Let's move it to the crystal as well. So, and then I'm going to pull this down, and then I'm going to crimp it. So we could have crimped it and then pulled it back down. If you pull it back down before you crimp it, and I'm going to open this up just a slightly bit so I can have I can get better access to those crimp beads. So we could have crimped it and then take it back down. However, if you do it this way, you take it down, then you crimp it, you can have the crimp beads more in a circle rather than standing after one another. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to press from one side, and then I'm going to turn it around and press from the other side. and again the one below as well. I'm going to press from one side, turn around, and I'm going to do it from the other side. I'm going to shut this clot first by hand. I'm going to move those around, those crimp beads around, then shut it, and then just squeeze. Now I'm going to trim this. Grab cutters. I'm going to pull away from the necklace itself, and I'm pushing the necklace away with my pliers so I can get as close as I can to the tiger tail itself. And then I'm going to grab a couple of pliers and add just a simple jump ring onto one side, and add the lobster clasp on the other side as well with the jump rings. So jump rings, you're going to hold them by 2 pliers. The little cut is right at the top. If I turn it, it's going to focus on, yeah, and I'm going to just twist it apart. So I'm opening by twisting it. Then I'm going to hook it onto my clot. And this is actually quite important. I need to make sure, just hooking it on there, I'm going to close it back in correctly, because if there is a tiny bit of gap, then the jump ring can fall off the clot. So when closing it back in, once again, I'm going to support the jump ring on both sides, and then I'm going to reverse how I opened it up. Come on, let's focus on it. So I just sort of trying to hold it so you can see it. So what I really want to feel here when I'm closing back in, that I go past the midway just a tiny bit, and then it will spring shut. But what I'm really looking for here, and I usually wiggle it around a couple of times, that the 2 ends kind of rub together. So at the same time as I am twisting it back, I kind of want to sort of push them together as well a little bit, so the ends are rubbed together, and then I am sure I got a really nice close finish there, and it's not going to come apart. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So just picking this one up, opening this up. This time I'm gonna grab, oh, come on, falling out of my hand. I'm gonna grab the lobster clasp as well, put that on first, then onto the clot, and then I'm closing it back in. So I got a nice and long necklace, and again I'm looking for that little rubbing sort of. I'm sorry this camera is not focusing right on it, but it's quite hard because it's quite small. If I come quite close, are we gonna focus on it? So I hope you are able to see that. So I'm just sort of wanting it to rub together. Right, we got a necklace which is about 75 centimeters long, with the 3 colors going one after another, and I love this look. Not alone we have got the different sizes as we go down, but we got the different colors as well. So now if I put the necklace next to it, which is the same color all the way up, you can see this just gives that little bit more to it. The kits are on offer 3 for 2 this week, so do have a look. I love these long necklaces. You do also get to make a bracelet, and let me just grab the bracelet to go with this. I'm just gonna grab this one out, and then I could actually add more length to my necklace if I wanted to. Also, you can make a pair of earrings as well, so you can make the whole set with it. It's not going to fit in the screen, but there we go. This is beautiful, and there is the 3 colors separately. 1, 2, and there is the 3rd one. So you could either do them separately, or you could do them merging them together, all different colors. There we go. I hope you enjoyed this. I know it's a quick make, but I love things like this because wearing it, even over jumpers, and they look really, really good. Right. Tomorrow we're gonna be doing beaded beads, and I'm gonna show you this one. I'm gonna give you a little bit of a sneak peek, and then I'm gonna have to get ready for the bead club. So do check this necklaces out. Tomorrow we are doing beaded beads with hematite beads, and I'm going to zoom in this a little bit. This is a very easy and quick technique for beaded beads, and usually with beaded beads we are using seed beads, but with this one, I'm just going to bring the ends in like that. With this one we didn't use any seed beads, so it's just the hematite beads and the crystals themselves, and I think it just looks really beautiful with all the rainbow colors of the hematite coming together. But by creating some beaded beads are just really sort of giving you an extra detail, a bit more of a focus point there. Right, everybody, have a beautiful evening. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you tomorrow morning. We're going to be doing beaded beads at 10 a.m. UK